In 10% Human, Alana Collin describes how humans are not purely human organisms, but complex superorganisms made up of human cells and vast microbial ecosystems. She emphasizes that our microbiome is not a passive passenger, but an active force influencing immunity, metabolism, and even brain function. Your discussion topics, Bolt's paper and the Robogut, fit very naturally into Collin's framework. Alan Bolt's 1998 hypothesis through a 10% human lens. Bolt's idea closely mirrors a central theme of 10% human: disrupt the microbial ecosystem, and you destabilize the whole human organism. Reframed in Collin's perspective, antibiotics disturb the civilized balance of the microbial world. This creates ecological collapse in the gut microbiome. Opportunistic, toxin-producing bacteria take control. Instead of microbes living in mutualism with the human host, they begin to influence the nervous system through chemical warfare, neurotoxins, vagal signaling, inflammation. In 10% human terms, autism, in this model, is not a purely genetic brain disorder, but a systemic failure of the human microbial symbiosis. It fits perfectly with Collin's idea that we must understand disease by studying microbial ecosystems, not just human organs. Some neurological conditions may originate in microbial imbalance rather than in damaged brain tissue. Robogut through the lens of 10% human. The Robogut model represents the laboratory embodiment of Collin's worldview. Instead of studying the human as a machine, it studies the microbial civilization within us as a living ecosystem. In the context of 10% human, the Robogut is a miniature artificial colony world of microbes. A controlled environment where researchers can observe how microbial societies behave when resources change or new species invade or chemical signals shift or stressors are introduced. It reflects Collin's central message: to understand ourselves, we must understand the lives and powers of the microbial world inside us. However, the Robogut also exposes the limitations Collin highlights. It lacks immune soldiers. It has no neural highways. It cannot model the full human-microbe symbiosis, which reflects her warning: we can study ecosystems in a bottle, but the real truth lies in the living, breathing superorganism. The Robogut becomes a world-building artifact, an isolated artificial territory where microbial civilizations are grown, observed, and manipulated without the immune collective's influence. In one sentence, framed purely in 10% human spirit, everything we discussed reinforces the central message of 10% human. Human identity and health are not created by human cells alone, but by the fragile political balance between human biology and microbial civilization.